Tammy, smile at the camera. You looking really chic today.
Chic?
Chic.
Sheep.
Well, you look sheepy. You look sheepy too. So why are you looking so chic?
Because we're going to a birthday party, the twins' granddaughter's birthday party today.
Yes, and they're getting their 15 and they're getting their first car, well, jointly anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't drive it yet by themselves.
No, but they're getting their permit here in a bit, so exciting for them and us. Okay, let's dive into this.
And worrisome.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that. How do you stop kids from using texting while they're driving? I think there's some apps that will look into that. So
yeah,
that's exactly
the
right.
scary part.
Yeah, exactly right. Look at us now. We're now in our 60s and we're still
Kids
texting.
don't realize.
No.
What?
They don't know. They don't know what they don't know.
Well, they're invincible.
Well, that too. Okay. So, Full-Time Frenchie says, is flat chest and swimmer pups the same thing? What do you think, Tam?
I think so.
I think so too. So one begets the other. So what happens is that you get pups. Typically it is a mum with good milk or a mum with small litter and big puppies. And they get lazy, they don't have to compete, and they just kind of crawl around. They swim around with their front feet and their back legs, and they just don't get up on their back legs. And because of that, they get this flat chest. And the fix for it is simply to tape up their back legs, and I've got videos on that. And the sooner you start doing the better. Look, don't worry about this until they've got their eyes open at the point where they should be getting up. Don't start doing this at day 1 or 2, because they're all crawling around like that. But when you get to, day 12, 14.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. That's the time to start thinking about taping up legs. And I mean, what do you think? Maybe 1 in 7 puppies you have to tape legs up on?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's quite common.
About every other litter.
Yeah, and it has never ever not worked for us. It is always.
When was the last time we had to tape legs?
There was.
Trying to remember.
Well, there was time we had to tape some ears. It's another whole thing. Fluffy puppies who have big, really great fluff on them, their ears get loaded up and their ears stay down. So you tape the ears up on those. It's not anything to do with the swimmer, but it's to do with taping. So we've got videos on that too. Oh look, Erica Merle. Marie says mine are in the purse too. She's talking about when I was talking about how Tammy got my yin yangs. So yeah, I know how. Jules. Tammy's.
Oh, on Buble? Or what? What are we talking about?
Don't worry about it. Okay. Beachside bullies. We're talking about what you've got of mine in your purse, Tammy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now you know.
Okay, yeah.
It's of so little importance that she forgets about it.
It's in my purse.
That's right. Well, that's what Erica Marie says.
And I've got a very small purse.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, beachside bullies, it gets worse as it goes on. Most definitely going to get an oxygen concentrator from you. I didn't need one this last litter, but better to have it than not need it, than to need it and not have it. Never as true a word was spoken. That is exactly right. You never plan for these things to go wrong. But, it's like going out in the woods without a compass. Do you need a compass? No. If you get lost, golly, you wish you had one. A long one here from Chicago Desserts. I had my mail test and it said he's got a copy of Merle. The number was N268. But it visually does not show Merle anywhere. Well, there's a reason for that, and you're fixing to tell us why. Tammy, what's the reason for a Merle not showing Merle?
It's because it's a cream.
Bingo!
Cream covers everything.
He is a cream and he carries 2 copies. 1 copy of Brew, 1 copy of Intensity. Now, is it possible that 2 copies of cream is hiding Merle? That's exactly what it is. Remember that cream is like white paint. It just covers everything like Kilt stain remover. It just covers everything. Yeah, can't see anything else underneath. So this is a Merle dog. Don't breed back to another Merle dog because you could run into some problems with deafness and blindness. It's a Merle dog. Then he goes on to say, can I breed it out of him in his next litter? Can I show with a non-cream dog? Well, you certainly, look, any dog that he produces, you'd expect the litter to be half Merles. If they are creams, they won't show it. But the answer is, so you can't really breed it out. You can just breed out the presence of it showing. It's still there. And look, Merle's a hot thing right now. I mean, it has been for the last 2 years.
more than two,
More
honey.
than 2 years, yeah.
Like
It's
5
been-
years.
Yeah, we do it very well
7
with Morals. And I mean,
years, yeah.
why do you like Morals, Tammy?
Look, I bought Picasso. How old is he? He's
Yeah.
5,
Yeah, it's like
7 years?
Nah, he's
No,
probably
he's not 7.
He's probably four,
five.
probably 4. But
Yeah, but
I
anyway,
mean,
Merle's been around quite
yes.
some time. 7 years.
So
for sure.
talking about Picasso, very small, 17-pound dog with
Oh,
this
wow.
great pattern, and he produces fantastic.
His name fits him so well
It
as
does.
Picasso because he paints his puppies beautifully.
Yes.
You know, Harlequins and what's the other name?
Tweeds.
Tweeds.
A
Yeah.
tweed is 2 different colours, and a harlequin is colours on a white background.
White. 2 different
And he
colors,
produced a
3.
dog, that little camo dog, that was.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kid Morals. Hi James, big fan from South Africa of a solid lilac male, imported. He is very wall-eyed. So wall-eyed is what we typically call easty-westy.
Easty-westy
Easty-westy. You've got eyes that go out like this.
You know
And so-
that when they're a puppy, so.
Well, he's saying he didn't see that when he was a puppy, but it shows it now. So,
my.
and he's asking whether or not
Seriously?
he'll grow out of he'll grow out of it, whether it'll pass it on to his offspring.
You
So,
can give them toys to chew on. You can give them.
you see him?
No. You can give them things that they have to reach up and look at real well to grab.
Looking out for
No,
the
he's
car.
not. Okay.
Good. Okay, good. Tell me, I just went by a car. This radar car. So what do? You either accelerate up and get up to about 140,
Well,
or
I get off on this.
yeah.
Got several trucks back behind me too.
Yeah. So you were talking about giving them a toy so their eyes focus
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
it in the front. Yeah. As a puppy. Yeah. Will he grow out of it? Probably not. Will he pass it on to his puppies? Probably some.
A lot of chewing helps. A lot of growth of eye muscle.
Well, Jennifer Frazen says, "Oh my God, I love Kiki." So we've got a video that I've not made public yet, and I probably will maybe today, of 3 of our dogs, 3 of our girls, 2 of which have been bred, playing out in the backyard with Tammy in the morning, and it's a cute video. So I'll put that up.
Yeah, Kiki is wonderful. She is
Oh, she's a
a
gorgeous
Grizzly
dog.
Bear Jr.
Such a
daughter.
good
Got her from Debbie.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
look at the video and you'll see how pretty she is, and Kiki
heart.
and little Kits there too, and Kits
Yeah.
built back like a very pretty dogs.
I think Kiki's shorter, just a tad shorter than Kit, but they're both.
Annie Boone, I've read that the mortality rate in puppies in the first 2 weeks is 30%. That seems so high. Are birth defects that prevalent? My girl is 53 days pregnant. It's her first world birth. Could you ease my mind? Somehow, thank you. Well, let's see what the replies say here first. So here's some replies. So Jennifer Fraser says, I'm not James, but I'm a breeder and I use prenatal vitamins like Oxymate, right? And then somebody else says, thank you for it. Yeah, so here's the answer to this. No, 30% is not what you should expect at all. That would be, I mean, certainly if you don't get prepared and you mess things up and you have puppies early, you might lose you probably lose half to 3/4 of your litter by taking puppies more 2 days early. So that's the
Right.
big one about premature deaths in newborns. So that's the big one. Wrong time to C-section. Then the next 2 things that are relevant are puppies getting cold and puppies getting squished. And that, by the way, is you use our whelping system to fix this. And the third thing is if you have small puppies, and you may have a big litter, and you may have a couple of small puppies in there. An example of this, we had a litter of 10. We had 8 9-ounce puppies, and we had 3 that were 5 ounces. And the savior for those was
Yeah.
an incubator, an oxygen concentrator, and tube feeding with milk.
Well, wasn't some of them not even 5 ounces?
Well, less. There's one of them
About
was 4
3 of
point.
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, exactly.
One of them was a girl that I had already picked out.
Yes. Well, okay. So anyway, but the point here is that for us, our mortality rate is, I don't know, 5%, 1 in 20. That's probably about right. Certainly, you know, if you do enough of this, I promise you are going to lose some puppies occasionally. It is going to happen. It's very distressing when it happens.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
And you do the best you can, but sometimes, you know, you can have some things that have gone wrong that you're not aware of in the, the process of a puppy being made inside mum. congenital defects.
It's just like adult humans, women, you know, things go wrong, and
Yep.
you don't know the answer why. And
Right. So here's something you can do as your puppies are growing inside mum. Give them a good vitamin, and give them 5 milligrams of folic acid every day.
and never ever give a pregnant female, if she's due her rabies shots, make sure you wait till after she's had puppies and after they're weaned.
Very good. That's right.
So don't ever give them a rabies
This is
shot.
why you have both of us to remind each other all the things you should do. So no prednisone shots, no, be careful with medications, things like prednisone if you've got a dog that's got a sore leg or an arm and the doc prescribes prednisone. You don't give steroids, that'll abort a litter. You don't give vaccinations, that will abort a litter. You do give vitamins, you do give folic acid, and you do get prepared for the litter with the right equipment. And if you do
Right.
that, this 30% is not going to happen to you. Get your timing right for when the C-section is due. I've got videos on that, and be equipped with the right stuff so that you can look after the puppies.
And put mama dogs when they're pregnant, as soon as you get them bred, start feeding them puppy food, just for that extra calcium.
Yeah, so this has gone on quite long on this one,
Yeah.
so we're just going to finish this video on this.
Yeah.
So let's just keep on talking a bit more about this.
Don't forget, we have a litter coming January 19th, probably, and in February the 15th, probably.
Yep.
So,
got two
a month
so
apart.
those are from Kiki and Kit, and they're
Kit.
such pretty dogs. We've had litters from Kiki before. She's
And we'll
produced-
let everybody know when day of confirmation that
they're pregnant.
they're pregnant and who's the daddy. Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Yes.
We'll let that announcement come
Yes,
out.
right. So back to this 30% mortality rate. I suspect that in the wild the mortality rate's not 30%. With wild dogs, and of course one of the reasons is they have natural whelps. But there is another reason why dogs have large litters typically, and it's because they don't all survive, and you've got to keep their line going on. So that you can expect to have some problems.
Yes, because one of my vets that we had, Jimmy, he would always say, because I'd come in upset and crying, and he would say, Tammy, this is why they have litters.
Yes.
So
Yes, right.
it hurts.
Yes,
it still hurts.
it does hurt.
Yeah.
But
We've been doing it for, with
With
labs, like 30 years, so
yeah, quite some time.
it's,
Right.
it's still heartbreaking when you lose one.
Yes, and I was going to say something now there to finish this off, and it's completely escaped me. What was I
If
going to
you
say?
want to know about puppies that we're fixing to have, and you may be interested in grabbing one, is you call me at 580-799-1910.
Okay, so what was something I wanted to say?
I think Cody sold all his.
I think so. He may have a little girl
He may
left.
have one.
He may have a lilac and tan, pretty little tiny
Carrie
girl.
Cream,
Carrie
ATA,
Cream, yes.
Fluffy Carrier.
Fluffy Carrier. He may. I think that girl may still be
She's
gorgeous.
a bingo bango dog. Oh my gosh.
She's a Rango dog.
She is the cutest thing.
Yes, she is. She's very cute.
Beautiful.
So there's a number at the very beginning of this, and it's got Cody's number. It's an 806 number, and you can call Cody and
806-664-0173.
yeah, 0173. So that's
About that little puppy.
yeah, that is a Rango, and I can't think who the other dog was. It
And I
Mitzi?
think he just bred some females too, so
Right. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we're gonna be in the baby business again.
That's right.
After the babies.
We're going to be in the grandbaby business too.
Oh yeah.
About the same
yeah.
time with human babies,
Yeah,
so it's pretty
yeah,
exciting. So
Yeah, February 22nd, I think.
we haven't had any little toddlers around for 15 years. In fact, the birthday party we're going to is the last ones that were born.
Yes.
Twins. Okay, well guys, there we go. Thanks for watching. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.